All right, guys, so the good news is since Ryan's been helping me, we've been able to get double amount of work done on this. And, all right. The old air hose is leaking a little bit because the dingleberry came down and cut into it. Luckily, it wasn't me, but I can tell you who it was. It wasn't Ryan. Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Caleb Morrison. This is Caleb's Diesel and Fabrication. If you like fabricating stuff, if you like working on diesel vehicles, this is a great place to be because we're going to do it all. So Ryan's got this thing all looking good. He's got the paint awesome. He did a couple of tweaks on the brake line, you know, kind of get it where it isn't bound up, having an issue, but got the black paint popping on it. He even had a chance with enough paint to do the drive shaft, so Tom Woods would be proud. You need to stick another sticker on it real quick. Got the ram protector bent. It was super bent before, but I got it bent back down from Katimsi. Got the fluid in the rear end filled back up. Getting ready to take these stands out. We'll be ready to put tires on it and get going, see what it's going to look like. Oh, that sounds good. Get these wheels on here, get them looking like it should. Can't wait to see what it's going to do to the paint. I think it's going to really pop, so pretty excited about that. Wasn't joking. We're getting there, starting to look like something. Loving it. All right, we just got back from a drive. Everything went good. I'm really excited with the progress on it. I think the look looks killer with the wheels and the diff cover, the links, like the recipe come together, other than a few little bumps that I got on there. I'm happy with it. I think it really turned out nice. Can't complain one bit. Kevin did an awesome job getting those rings painted. He also got the diff cover looking good, matches my D-rings, and you know, just kind of getting those fine tweaks in there, guys, to get it exactly how I want it. I think it really pops. Can't complain one bit. It drives good. The torque converter's doing its job, looking like it's supposed to, driving good. It's almost like driving a normal vehicle around now, so it's kind of what I was after, that drivability, but also the ability to crawl and do its thing. So super happy with it. We've got a couple more little small things to do. We got plenty of time before Sand Hollow here in just a minute. 17th, we'll probably be leaving the night of the 15th. We'll see how it goes. Can't wait to get out there and start wheeling with it. Stay tuned. All right, guys, it's Friday in the shop. Jacob just got out here. It was a long night at the station last night. You got to really appreciate that. You know, got to hit the holidays hard here. So we're a couple of days before Christmas. Got a few things in the mail that I've been waiting on from Holly. I was going to open some of this up. They have a sale going on right now. I think it's through maybe the beginning of the year, maybe like the 1st. It's like 20% off most everything. So first thing I got was, let's see here. First thing I got was just a replacement fuel pump. This is to go in my Holly fuel cell, just in case, because you know, if I end up going on a trip somewhere and I'm way off, I didn't want to have to worry about trying to find the right pump. So just in case, I want to be prepared. So I got this fuel pump, called Holly. They were able to fix me up. And then also, I'm going to open it up here. See what this thing looks like. Oh yeah. Okay. She's a beaut, Clark. Looks pretty good. Looks exactly like my other fuel cell, but it's aluminum. And this is the main reason that I got it, so I could put the Holley sending unit in here for my fuel gauge. So it's gonna be nice to have this provision already in the tank, so I don't have to worry about you know, drilling a hole in my other tank, and I can still use my other tank for another project. So there's really no harm, no foul. I mean, this was a pretty good deal. It's the same exact style. It's got the same bungs in the top, the dash 10. So I'm gonna use those. I don't know, I might end up painting it. I'm not sure yet. Been kind of getting crazy with the painting here lately, of paint matching. Another thing I probably will do that I don't know if you guys know this, but on the Holley stuff, man, this thing's in there good. I don't think the thing's ever been apart. Anyway, so down inside of these fuel cells, they come with like a foam mat, and I've seen with some of the newer, I guess you would call it the newer fuel or the ethanol style fuel, it actually over time will eat the lining of the mat that's in there. It's kind of like a foam cell they put in there to keep it from sloshing back and forth. So I took that out of my other one, and then I bought what Holley sells, believe it or not, Holley again. It's a fuel tank or a fuel cell mat, and no matter what angle or grade it's on, that mat sucks the fuel over to the bottom of the pump, and it goes all the way across. There's different sizes of them, so if you haven't had one of those mats in the bottom of a fuel cell, it's great for drag racing or, you know, rock crawling especially, because you're always on different angles going up and down, and so that fuel mat will actually pull the fuel to the fuel pump. It's pretty cool. I don't know how it exactly works, but it works really well. I didn't have any fuel starvation issues in Moab or Coutemps so far, and the truck's been great. So it's also going to make your fuel pump live a little bit longer, so it's not sucking air, which is the key. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be getting this thing in the truck whenever I get it back. We're getting ready to head to Harmon to go pick up the truck. We got the axle shafts replaced. Happy about that. We're just getting closer and closer, making progress, guys. It's around Christmas, and I'm kind of buying some of my own presents, I guess you could say, but it's needed. Hey guys. All right, December 23rd. It's gonna be a good day. Getting ready to take the truck and go do some last minute shopping. I got most of my gifts taken care of, besides a few small ones I need to go get taken care of, go pick some things up. And, you know, can't all go gift shopping without maybe picking a couple things up for myself. I mean, I'm already there, so I'm gonna knock out two birds with one stone, if that's what they say. Anyways, we're in the new truck. I'm really loving it so far. This thing's been super great to drive. I tell people this, it's almost too nice for me. I'm not used to something this smooth and having all these amenities inside. My wife's vehicle is a 2018 Yukon Denali. It works really, really good. We've had it for about 1.5 years, and I really like the way it drives. I really like how smooth it is. I don't know, it's way, way, way different than you know, some of the things we've had in the past. One thing we had in the past that we liked, that it was a little smaller car, was an Equinox, just a little 4-cylinder Equinox, and it was good, but got good mileage, but had a really small fuel tank, and you know, it was okay when we had our first kid, Marie. Had enough room, but I don't know, whenever you start really, you know, packing all of your things in there, and then also trying to get anybody else other than you and one kid and your wife in there, it gets really tight really quick. So got good mileage, not complaining about that, but it seemed like to me it was always packed no matter what you do, especially if you had stuff with you. So I am really happy with kind of where I've gotten to with vehicle wise, and it's going really good. You know, having a tow rig like this GMC Ultimate, 3/4 ton pickup is one of those, button button list or top list thing I really have wanted to do and have is something super comfortable that I could drive, you know, all around and not have to worry about having trouble, you know, with breaking down or issues. And so, you know, having this thing being new, it's going to make it way easier, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm super blessed. I've had a lot of good customers, and this past year at my diesel shop, we have just done so well. I'm really appreciative of my guys. I'm appreciative of their effort they put in every single day, and also, you know, I'm appreciative of my customers that trust me and want me to, you know, continue to do work on it because I do good work, and they want me to take care of their stuff. So I'm really, really blessed, guys. You know, I also, you know, finally got over 500 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you very much. Really had no idea I was going to get over 100. You know, I was hoping that it would be something, but kind of started it off mainly to document my truck build for the square body crawler, just trying to mainly just get, you know, in my mind anyways, get some exposure out there for how I do it and what I'm doing, and possibly help me get on, you know, my application for Ultimate Adventure. You know, which I don't think it hurt me at all, because, you know, during the course of the year, and when I got my application in, it was kind of late in the year, I guess you could say, and you know, they might have been looking for somebody else or a different style of truck. So I did make the Dirty Dozen, but, you know, I'm going to continue to try because I do not give up. I'm a guy who's very relentless, and if I see something, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to give it my all no matter what. So I'll be doing it again this year, and, you know, I'm excited, guys, because, you know, you guys have been following me through this process, but man, we have gotten so many things on that truck more and more refined. I'm really, really proud of the progress we've made refining that thing. Now, you know, a lot of people will say, you know, I would have done it this way or that way, and that's the beauty of being able to have your own truck and build your own truck, is you can do whatever you want. It's yours. And I've always really liked that. You know, the fact is everybody has different flavors, different things they like, and so when you're building a truck like that, you can make it however you want to make it. And I feel like I've done that and kind of put my own touch on it, and I'm happy about that. You know, I'm pretty confident in the truck. You know, we've had some really, really good trips with it so far, and looking forward to Sand Hollow because I've never been there, and then B, also I'm looking forward to it as well because it is one of those places that's kind of on a bucket list, you know, to be able to go and check it out. So I'm looking forward to that. Some things coming down the pipe, guys. We're waiting on some parts. I think Ryan's Magnum box shipped from Off-Road Design maybe end of this week, maybe first of the next week possibly. So that's a really good thing, so we can start putting that in. I think his torque converter is supposed to be here probably tomorrow, so we can get his you know, his truck going and start working on it. Now you kind of got to do these things in steps, and I know you guys have probably know a little bit about this already, but, you know, once you get your transmission in, the Magnum in, you get that all mocked up where it's set where it needs to be in level, then you can start going with building your cross member that attaches transmission, transfer case, the Magnum, all to the truck. And, you know, so the goal is for us to get that thing tucked up in there as best as possible. And, you know, excuse me, with the 1-ton frames, it's a lot easier to do because you're able to, you know, recess everything up because that frame is just a little bit taller. So I really like that about the 1-ton frames on the trucks versus the 1/2-ton and 3/4-ton frames, because they're not as tall. So you get more clearance. Also, Ryan's truck already has like I think it's a 1-inch body lift, or, you know, they're not really a lift kit, they just lift the cab and the bed up 1 inch, which it's not going to hurt it at all. If Ryan ends up boat siding his truck or wanting to do that, it's going to help with the clearance. He won't have to cut as much off. So we'll see. We'll see what Ryan wants to do. I mean, obviously it's going to be his flavor, but I'm going to try to help him as much as I can to get it there so we can get him out there wheeling. I don't really know if he has a specific date that he's going for, but I know he'd like to get it in for a full-size Invasion that's coming up for sure in September of this coming year. So still not into 2024 yet, still December of 23, but I think September of 24, he's trying to get it where we can go wheeling. So then the other thing is going to be, we got to get it there. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to either put it on a trailer, or maybe I have to get a longer trailer, because both our trucks ain't going to fit on my trailer. Back to the drawing board, right? There's always something. So we're going to do some shopping here. I'm going to probably talk about, while I'm driving here, going back and forth, I'll probably talk about the truck, this truck more, and kind of the things I'm excited to try out, and some of the things we're going to see with it, and just see where it's going to take us, guys. So just hang in there with me. We'll see what we can get done. All right, guys, so this is getting some fuel. This is only a second tank of fuel I put in this truck. I know, it's pretty new. So far, I got 825 miles on this thing. So far, so good. I mean, I was gonna look at the, see what the mileage is on this thing. Let's see here, because I don't know. Let's see. So far, we're getting 15.2 miles per gallon. So, you know, I know that these trucks have a break-in period like any brand new vehicle, especially diesel. You know, you can go 25, 30,000 miles, you know, before it starts beginning to get broke in. So it's pretty good. You really can't complain. I mean, 15 miles a gallon. Now, our government, in its infinite wisdom, has put the emissions equipment on these diesel trucks, which chokes them down, but it also kills the fuel mileage. So what I don't like about those systems is, number one, they have a lot of problems. They get soot in them, and then if you idle the truck for a long time, it builds up a lot of soot in the filter. Every diesel truck that's from 2008 and up will have diesel particulate filter. If you're not familiar with it, it'll have SCR. And basically what that does is it's supposed to clean, you know, the diesel soot out of the filter by burning it out, using the diesel exhaust fluid to burn that out. And they say it's clean enough to breathe. Now, I don't know. You guys know, or you may not know, that DEF fluid, diesel exhaust fluid, is urea. And so it cleans, it's supposed to clean the filter out and make it to where, you know, the air and the, you know, exhaust is coming out is clean. Well, in the process of doing that, it creates a lot of back pressure on diesel pickups. It also creates a lot of soot buildup in your oil, because it has back pressure on the diesel engine, and that's not good for it. It's anytime a diesel truck has back pressure on it, it causes it to have less fuel economy, less power, and it's restricted. So it just doesn't work out good. The other thing I don't like about the systems is the sensors are very expensive that are on the SCR, the dosing valve, the filter itself. The filter itself, the prices range from $1,000 up to $3,000 for the filter. And this is just me being a business owner and working on diesel stuff, it always happens to customers at the most inopportune time. Something happens to where, you know, they're out on the road, they're pulling a trailer, and it's derated. So what I mean by derated is the truck goes into a safe mode, and it'll say, you know, 150 miles till your truck is derated, see dealer immediately. And so what it does, it'll make the truck only run about 25 miles an hour after that period, and it'll also make it to where it can't go over between 1,500 or 1,200 RPMs. So your truck is basically in limp mode, and it's a safety mechanism to keep it from having a trouble or burning up or catching on fire. Who knows what all could happen. I've seen all kinds of videos and different things, but the point I want to make here is that would be my biggest complaint, is the cost that these have versus, you know, a gas truck. You know, if it didn't have the emission system on these trucks, they're going to be way more reliable, better mileage, and they're not going to have the issues. Now, you know, depending on the state you live in, you know, there's certain people out there that say you can take all that stuff off and they live a lot longer, and I'm sure they do. But if you have to work on stuff day to day, I have to familiarize myself with all this diesel exhaust fluid system, the emission systems like the EGR, which is a whole nother issue that puts, you know, engine exhaust and soot back into the engine, which, like I said earlier, messes with the soot load in the oil. So It's just not a good system, guys. I'm not a fan, but we diagnose these problems with these systems all the time, and it's frustrating, to say the least. All right, back at it. So before it's just part of doing business, guys. Whenever you have, you know, customers, you got to answer. It's part of it. Keeps you going, right? All right, so I really like how quiet this thing is. Like I said, it runs really, really good, getting good mileage, even with the dually. You know, my dually in town would get 14 or 15 miles a gallon, and it had been tuned and programmed, so it ran really, really good. But almost lost you. It's getting wild. One of these days I'll give you some Velcro, but not on the new truck. Life is good, guys. This thing's been running awesome. I have zero complaints for, you know, this time and date on it. It's been really good. Now, I haven't towed with it yet, so I really need to get some towing in and figure out how it does there, but it's got the gooseneck provision. It's set up for it already. I mean, it's got everything you want. I'm really excited about that. I did order a toolbox to go on the back just to kind of keep some of those tools that, you know, I may or may not need. Now, if I'm pulling the crawler around, it has a lot of tools on it too, you know, for fixing it, and air compressor and welder and all that stuff. So I guess I'm kind of set up if I'm towing it around. But guys, I'm really happy with the way this thing drives, and the interior on this being the ultimate Denali, it is just immaculate and so comfortable. I do love the heated seats. I do love the heated steering wheel. I mean, it is so nice. I can't even tell you guys how nice it is. It just works like a dream. And you know, the other thing I wasn't really expecting on this truck is whenever you fire it up, you can fire it up from your phone on an app, which I'm not used to. And whenever you fire it up with the app, it automatically senses the temperature out, and it turns your seat warmers on, and it also turns on your seat or your steering wheel warmer as well. And so it's kind of unfair, you know, coming from the 07, like I said, it's a huge difference with how nice it is and quiet. I'm really glad I made the decision to buy it, and it was the right time. And I tell my wife this sometimes, when it's the right time, it's the right time. So we went ahead and did it. I pulled the trigger, and I'm thankful I did. So I really appreciate all your support, guys, and I thank you for you know, watching all my content. You know, we just got over 500 subscribers, just barely, and I am just stoked. You know, I honestly, when I started this whole deal, didn't think I would be able to even get 100 subscribers, and just wanted to kind of document my build process. And so I know I've kind of explained that before, but you know, trying to document it and get a good representation of all the work it took from A to B all the way to Z. So, you know, you guys have hung in there with me. Thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate the views. You know, I'm going to continue on. You know, we got Ryan's truck going and some other plans, and I've got some more things I need to do in the future. You know, I wouldn't mind having something with a little bit more room to take the family with me. Ryan's kind of doing that already, but I'm really excited about what the future holds and what all we're going to get into. And guys, I'm just going to keep plugging away and doing what I know to do. And I just, you know, I really enjoy wheeling. That's kind of my thing. You know, I've started this whole journey, you know, 2014 basically, working on stuff and building trucks and fire trucks and beds and everything you can imagine. And you know, ever since then, I've just learned new things every time I build a project or I make something. I've been slowly working my way towards getting my shop built, and it's done now, and I'm able to work inside, which, you know, on a day like today, it's 40 degrees outside. And you know, a lot of you guys that are from up north will probably say, oh, it's no big deal, but Oklahoma, hey, we like it to be decent weather, but we kind of get the roller coaster effect here. Cold, and hot. It's just the way it is. So, like I said, I'm really appreciative of all the support and the love. You know, you guys follow me on Instagram. It's at 85crawler or at Caleb Morrison. 3 at the end, and then also on Facebook it's Caleb Morrison. So again, guys, thank you for all your support. I'm really enjoying this process, and honestly I'm really enjoying being able to learn in the process. Like, you know, in Ryan's truck it's the same way. You know, there's things that are different, that some things are the same that we're doing, but a lot of things are different. And so I'm really happy with what I'm learning on that. And his brackets for his axle are different, just getting it all working. And we haven't got it completely done, but we're getting there. And that's the goal, you know, is continuing to learn. And, you know, I'm really, you know, I'm one of those guys that I love to be hands-on, and that's how I learn the best, is being hands-on. And I'm a type A personality, like, let's go. You know, I really want to get in there and work hard and do it. So looking forward to more and more progress, and me keeping the wheels turning and learning. So guys, thank you for everything. We're gonna get a couple things done here in town, and we'll get back to it. We're doing a little cleanup like we do every day, a little bit anyways. So I had a kind of a little bit of a guesstimation on Instagram, YouTube / Facebook here for how much the old pickup weighs, the rig, since we've done all this work to it. And also I had never taken it down to Fraley's or the recycling yard or anything and weighed it, and I've wheeled it a couple times now. So I was like, man, I'm curious. So I had to go to Tulsa anyways to get some things done. So I stopped by the scrap yard and took a weight on it, and minus my 215 pounds, take a guess what it weighed. I'll be letting you guys know that in the next video, or if you already have got me on Instagram and Facebook, you already know by this point. So anyways, we had a lot of guesses on there, and a lot of people were super close. We kind of had the rules, Price is Right, can't go over or you don't get nothing. So we're pretty happy with the way it's turned out so far. Everything's come together. Really like the way the wheels pop now with the rings on there matching the blue. I've been slowly working on getting all the paint touched up to where in Katimsi I did it nice and good, and messed up some of the metal. Got it resealed. It's all looking good. Getting ready to put my Holley fuel cell in. I'm really excited. My whole system's going to be Holley now. So I got this Holley fuel cell, which has the sending unit here for their fuel tank set up. This is aluminum instead of steel. And then also this is going to be where the intake pump goes. So it's going to be good. Everything Holley, it's all working like it's supposed to. Super happy about that. Also, I'm going to be taking this one out. That's a 20-gallon tank instead of a 19. So this one will be going out. The other one just a little bit wider and just a hair taller, so not by much. I mean, barely by 1 gallon. So going to be able to put the Holley sending unit and the fuel pump, the intake fuel pump in. So going to have a complete Holley system set up here and a little bit more gas. So it can't be a bad thing, right? Got a couple other things, touch-up deals I'm going to work on. I've kind of wanted to put an off-road design sticker on the front of my truck down here in this area right below the winch, and I've kind of damaged it a little bit because it's you know, been hit on rocks and different things. But the good news is I am going to have a steel one that I had a friend of mine cut out with this plasma table. It's going to say off-road design. I'm going to paint it the same color as the rock rings, so it's really going to pop. And when this thing's up in the air, you're going to be able to see all the stuff going on. So I'm really excited about that. You know, the devil's in the details, right? You almost got hit right in the head. That was close. You guys better calm it down. We would have been hearing a ton of crying going on. So anyways, these girls, they've had a lot of energy because they've been pent up today. It's getting cold. Ryan's having a great day. Life is going good for him too. Yeah, whenever you have setback after setback, it's hard to get wind in your sails, but once you do finally get a couple of things knocked off the list, life is better. He got his fat shaft for the 205, so he got that tore apart, and notice that we're going to have to do some bearing clearancing on the 205 case. So if you, hey Marie, can you please not scream so loud, please? Thank you. On a 205 Chevy variety, they came with I think it's what, a 60 millimeter? It's a 60 or a 70 in the bearing for where the fat shaft goes from off-road design. Well, the off-road design fat shaft is a 90 millimeter bearing clearance that has to be cut out. So if you happen to have this for your truck or your application, you have a Chevy 205, you're probably gonna need to take your case and have it machined out to fit that 90 millimeter bearing. Kind of sucks, but if you call Steven, those guys they're already going to kind of tell you that right off the bat whenever you call. Now the cool thing is on mine, which worked out in my favor, is mine was a Ford because I used the Ford axle. So I didn't have to do that. It was already 90 millimeters. So if you have a Ford variety 205, you're already there, and the fat shaft from Off-Road Design is going to fit directly into your transfer case, and you're not gonna have any problems. So there is that part of it that's nice too, but you know, with everything there's a give and a take. So Ryan's gonna be gaining a lot of easiness of working and putting his kit together, while mine I had to start from literally scratch and at the bottom. So you know, give and a take with everything you work on. Some days you really make huge progress, and some days you don't, but I don't know.
Learn something today.
Yeah, exactly. Learning's gaining that knowledge that you guys can't get taken away from you. So just hands-on experience, guys. That's what it takes. And if you don't enjoy the process a little bit, you're not going to enjoy doing this stuff that we're doing at all. You got to love the process just a little bit, and you know, getting that knowledge. I mean, we're going to be at that point to where we know exactly what to do on this third one we do. So,
yep. We know where we need to go from here, though. That's what I learned today.
Yeah, you get the feeling that it'll never end, but I promise you, you're getting closer, Ryan.
We're getting closer.
Getting closer. That's all that matters. I added some more ammo cans here to put some more spare parts. So just in case I break them, I got some pieces from TMR to put my drive lines up here. I got my extra drive shafts over there ready to be mounted up wherever I can find a good hidey hole for them. I'm thinking about putting them maybe behind here, maybe underneath. A friend of ours from Full Size Invasion, Brad, kind of gave us the idea when we were in Moab to not paint your extra drive lines or your axle shafts, but to just use clear coat on them, just to spray clear coat, and they won't rust up. So I'm going to be trying that because I know my truck's going to be out in the elements, so it'll be good. You know, these kids just love to get out here and get in the shop and get some energy out, so you just get used to it at this point in life. But I'm glad they're having a good time. That's what it's all about, guys. So got a little bit more to do, but thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys keeping up with the build, and thanks for commenting, liking, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, are you really cool unless you got the sideboards? Safety is my middle name. Ask Ryan.